Your mind is not the problem. The noise is. Constant thinking, endless analysis, repeating the same thoughts again and again. That's overthinking, and it drains you, slowly, silently. Now here's the truth. Overthinking feels like control, but it's not. It's confusion, because thinking more does not mean understanding more. Now think about this. How many times did you overthink a situation that never even happened? How many times did you imagine outcomes that never became real? That's your mind creating noise. Now here's the problem. Your brain is trying to solve everything all at once, and that creates overload. Now imagine this. Your mind is full, thoughts everywhere, no clarity. That creates stress. Now here's something powerful. Clarity comes from silence, not more thinking. Now imagine this. Instead of thinking more, you slow down, you pause. That creates space. Now here's the truth. Your mind needs rest, just like your body. But most people never let it rest. Now imagine this. You wake up, you check your phone, you consume information. Your mind is already full. Now throughout the day, more input, more thoughts, more noise. That creates overload. Now here's the shift. You must reduce input because less input creates more clarity. Now imagine this. You sit quietly, no phone, no noise, just stillness. At first, it feels uncomfortable, but then your mind calms. Now here's something deeper. Overthinking is a habit, not a personality, and habits can change. Now imagine this. Instead of following every thought, you observe it. You don't engage. That creates distance. Now here's the truth. Not every thought needs your attention. Now imagine this. A thought appears. Instead of following it, you let it pass. That builds control. Now here's something powerful. You must stop trying to solve everything, because not everything needs solving. Now imagine this. You accept uncertainty. You let things be. That creates peace. Now here's the shift. Stop chasing answers. Start creating calm. Now let's go deeper. Your mind repeats thoughts because it wants closure. Now imagine this. You keep thinking about something, trying to understand it, but it never ends. Now here's the truth. Closure is not always external. Sometimes it's a decision. Now imagine this. You decide, I don't need to think about this anymore. That creates freedom. Now here's something deeper. You must train your focus, because focus reduces noise. Now imagine this. You focus on one thing. Your mind becomes quiet. Now here's the truth. Scattered focus creates scattered thoughts. Now imagine this. You control your focus. You reduce distractions. That builds calmness. Now here's something powerful. You must slow your life, because fast life creates fast thoughts. Now imagine this. You move slower. You think slower. That creates clarity. Now imagine this version of you. Your mind is calm, not rushing, not overthinking, just present. That version is powerful, because now you are not controlled by your thoughts. Now here's the final realization. Your mind doesn't need more thinking. It needs silence.
Now let's calm your mind. Not later, not someday, right now. Because overthinking happens in moments, and you need tools for those moments. Simple, practical, effective. Now here's the truth. You don't need to stop thoughts. You need to stop reacting to them. And that's what we'll build, step by step. Now imagine this. Your mind starts racing, thoughts everywhere. You feel overwhelmed. What do? You pause. That's step one. Pause immediately. Not mentally, physically. Stop what you're doing. Now take a breath. That breaks the pattern. Now step 2, control your breathing, because your body reacts first. Now use this. Inhale slowly. Hold. Exhale slowly. Now repeat. That calms your system. Now step 3, shift your attention, because overthinking needs focus. Now imagine this. Instead of thinking, you focus on your breath or your surroundings. That breaks the loop. Now step 4, name the thought, because labeling creates distance. Now imagine this. You say, I'm overthinking. That awareness reduces its power. Now step 5, write it down, because thoughts lose power on paper. Now imagine this. You take a notebook, you write everything. That clears your mind. Now step 6, ask one question, not many, one. Now imagine this. What can I actually control here? That creates clarity. Now step 7, accept uncertainty, because overthinking comes from needing answers. Now imagine this. You don't know everything, and that's okay. That creates peace. Now step 8, limit decision time, because overthinking delays action. Now imagine this. You give yourself 5 minutes, then decide. That builds control. Now step 9, move your body, because movement breaks mental loops. Now imagine this. You walk, you stretch. That resets your mind. Now step 10, create silence daily, because calm is trained. Now imagine this. You sit quietly every day, no input. That builds mental clarity. Now let's go deeper. You must practice these before you need them, because skills are built in calm moments. Now imagine this. You train daily, so when overthinking comes, you are ready. Now here's something powerful. You must reduce mental triggers, because triggers start overthinking. Now imagine this. Less social media, less noise. That builds calmness. Now here's the truth. Your input shapes your mind. Now imagine this. You control what you consume. That controls your thinking. Now let's go further. You must focus on action, because action stops overthinking. Now imagine this. You stop thinking, you start doing. That creates clarity. Now here's something deeper. You must simplify your life, because complexity creates overthinking. Now imagine this. Fewer choices, clearer priorities. That builds calm. Now here's the truth. A simple mind is a powerful mind. Now imagine this version of you. Your thoughts slow down. Your mind becomes quiet. You stay present. You stay calm. That version is powerful, because now you control your mind. Now here's the final shift. Stop trying to think your way out. Start calming your way out, because calm creates clarity.
Let's go deeper, because overthinking is not just thinking too much. It's a pattern, a subconscious pattern running automatically without you realizing it. Now here's the truth. Your mind is trying to protect you from uncertainty, from mistakes, from pain. So it thinks more, analyzes more, tries to predict everything. Now imagine this. A small situation happens. Your mind starts creating scenarios. What if this goes wrong? What if I fail? What if they think something? That's not logic. That's fear. Now here's the problem. Your brain treats imagined problems like real ones. So your body reacts. Stress, anxiety, tension, even though nothing has happened. Now imagine this. You are sitting still, but your mind is racing. That's overthinking. Now here's something deeper. Overthinking is control, or at least it feels like control, because your brain thinks if I think enough, I can avoid mistakes. But that's an illusion. Now here's the truth. You cannot predict everything. You cannot control everything. And trying to do that creates overthinking. Now imagine this. You accept uncertainty. You let go of control. That creates calm. Now here's something powerful. Overthinking comes from perfection. Trying to make the perfect decision, the perfect plan, the perfect outcome. Now imagine this. You accept imperfection. You move forward anyway. That breaks the pattern. Now here's something deeper. Your past experiences shape your thinking. Now imagine this. If you made mistakes before, your mind tries to avoid them, so it overthinks. Now here's the truth. You are not reacting to the present, you are reacting to the past. Now imagine this. You become aware of that. You separate past from present. That creates clarity. Now let's go further. You must understand your triggers, because triggers start overthinking. Now imagine this. Certain situations, certain people, certain thoughts trigger your mind. Now here's the shift. You notice them. You manage them. That builds control. Now here's something powerful. You must detach from thoughts, because thoughts are not reality. Now imagine this. A thought appears. Instead of believing it, you observe it. That creates distance. Now here's the truth. Distance reduces intensity. Now let's go deeper. You must change your identity, because identity drives patterns. Now imagine this. If you believe I'm an overthinker, you stay stuck. Now here's the shift. You say, I am calm. I think clearly. I control my mind. Now act like it. Now repeat that daily. That becomes real. Now here's something deeper. You must trust yourself, because overthinking comes from doubt. Now imagine this. You trust your decisions. You move forward. That reduces thinking. Now here's the truth. Confidence reduces overthinking. Now let's go further. You must reduce mental clutter, because too much input creates too many thoughts. Now imagine this. You simplify your environment. You simplify your mind. That creates calm. Now here's something powerful. You must break thought loops, because loops trap your mind. Now imagine this. You notice repetition. You stop it. That creates freedom. Now here's the deeper truth. You don't need to think more. You need to think less, but better. Now imagine this version of you. Your mind is clear, focused, calm. You don't overthink. You decide. You move. That version is powerful, because now your mind works for you, not against you. Now, here's the final realization. Overthinking is learned, and what is learned can be unlearned. There is a level where your mind stays calm, even when life is not. Chaos outside, but silence inside. That level is not natural. It's trained, built over time, through awareness, through discipline, through control. Now, here's the truth. Calm is not the absence of problems. It's the ability to stay steady despite them. Now, imagine this. A stressful situation appears. Most people panic, overthink, lose control, but someone with mastery stays calm. Now, here's something powerful. Calmness is a skill, and like any skill, it can be trained. Now, let's go deeper. You must create inner stability, because external stability is never guaranteed. Now, imagine this. Everything around you changes, but inside, you stay grounded. That creates power. Now, here's the truth. Your mind follows your state. If your body is tense, your thoughts become chaotic. If your body is calm, your thoughts become clear. Now, imagine this. You relax your body, slow your breathing. That calms your mind. Now, let's go further. You must control your response to pressure, because pressure triggers overthinking. Now, imagine this. Something stressful happens. Instead of reacting, you pause, you breathe, you observe. That creates control. Now, here's something deeper. You must train your mind to stay present, because overthinking lives in the future or the past. Now, imagine this. You bring your focus to now, this moment. That reduces noise. Now, here's the truth. Presence creates calm. Now, let's go deeper. You must accept discomfort, because calm is uncomfortable at first. Now, imagine this. Silence feels strange, but you stay. That builds strength. Now, here's something powerful. You must build mental endurance, because thoughts come in waves. Now, imagine this. You don't react at the peak. You wait. You let it pass. That builds control. Now, here's the truth. Time weakens thoughts. Now, imagine this. You delay your reaction. That reduces intensity. Now, let's go further. You must reduce unnecessary thinking, because not everything needs analysis. Now, imagine this. You simplify decisions. You move faster. That builds clarity. Now, here's something deeper. You must detach from outcomes, because attachment creates overthinking. Now, imagine this. You do your best, but you let go of results. That creates peace. Now, here's the truth. Control actions, not outcomes. Now, let's go deeper. You must train silence, because silence strengthens your mind. Now, imagine this. You spend time daily without input. No phone, no noise. That builds calmness. Now, here's something powerful. You must choose your battles, because reacting to everything creates chaos. Now, imagine this. You ignore small things. You focus on what matters. That builds control. Now, here's the deeper truth. A calm mind is a powerful mind. Now, imagine this version of you. You don't panic. You don't overthink. You stay steady. You stay clear. That version is powerful, because now nothing disturbs your mind. Now, here's the final shift. Stop trying to control everything outside. Start mastering everything inside, because that's where real calm exists. At some point, you have to stop trying to fix everything and start calming your mind. Because the truth is, your life is not as complicated as your thoughts make it. Most of your stress does not come from reality, it comes from thinking about reality over and over again. Now think about this. How many problems exist right now, and how many exist only in your mind? Now here's the truth. Overthinking creates problems that don't exist and then forces you to solve them. That's the trap. Now imagine this. You stop feeding those thoughts. You let them pass. That creates freedom. Now here's the shift. Stop trying to control every outcome. Start controlling your state, because your state defines your experience. Now imagine this. Same situation, but your mind is calm. Now everything feels easier. Now let's be real. Your mind will still think. It will still create noise. That will not stop. But your reaction to it, that's your power. Now imagine this. A thought appears. Instead of following it, you let it go. That creates space. Now here's something powerful. You don't need to solve every thought. You need to ignore most of them. Now imagine this. You give attention only to what matters. That builds clarity. Now here's the truth. Attention is power. Where you place it shapes your mind. Now imagine this. You stop giving attention to noise. You focus on what's real. That creates peace. Now here's something deeper. You must trust life, because overthinking comes from fear, fear of uncertainty, fear of losing control. Now imagine this. You accept uncertainty. You move forward anyway. That builds calm. Now here's the truth. You don't need all the answers. You need confidence to move. Now imagine this. You decide. You act. You adjust later. That reduces overthinking. Now here's something powerful. Action creates clarity. Thinking creates confusion. Now imagine this. You stop thinking endlessly. You start doing. That builds progress. Now here's the deeper truth. Peace is not found outside. It's created inside. Now imagine this. Your mind becomes quiet. Your thoughts slow down. You feel present. That's peace. Now imagine this version of you. You don't overthink. You don't stress unnecessarily. You stay calm. You stay clear. That version is powerful, because now you are free. Now here's the final shift. Stop asking, how do I stop overthinking? Start asking, what deserves my attention? Because that question changes everything. Now here's the final realization. Your mind doesn't need more thinking. It needs less noise, more silence, more control. So slow down, breathe, let go, and take back control of your mind.